much. I sing of universal matters, my dear, generous lady. Emotions which anybody could experience. That song could be about anyone. 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 You both smell truly awful. I mean, it is like something has crawled up your asses and died.
It's the eyes for me. It's the eyes for me.
Oh, I love Dandelian's character. I'm so, just the way they introduced him back into the season. And in the first season, I mean, he's just such this breath of brevity and lightheartedness that is so needed in an otherwise,
which was so needed,
dark and intense series. Yeah. So, so good. And literally, he has this beautiful song and then this incredibly witty banter back and forth. What a great way.
He's introduced as a legend, as a myth.
I mean, he's so good. Which is exactly how he would want to be known as, you know? Oh, it's excellent.
Then. Just saying.
Did you see? He was trying to take a bath. No, did you see what Kahir did? Did he sniff himself?
Yeah, he just real slowly he smelled. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I bet you that was improvised. Or, I don't know, actually, but it's good.
The bit when the lute player ends up with the warrior ladies.
Lovable lutenist.
Yeah. Didn't really ring true for me, I must say.
All right.
Oh, man.
Fuck the North.
Oh.
Come again. Fuck the North.
Oh. Ooh.
What an interesting way to sacrifice.
I mean, he did it because there was a whole group of elves there. You know? It's not like he just did it for Yen and Amir.
It's my job to put myself in other people's shoes, even if they are, in your case, large, clunky, and probably full of snakes.
I can't see anything.
It's his loot. It's just crushed on the docks. You think she's gonna... Oh, I think... Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of things that I think I remember. The cliffhanger at the end.
Well, I mean, they have to leave you with something.
I know.
They have to leave you with something.
Gotta leave with something. Yo, that was...
Sam's got that other book.
It's so... Oh, it's getting so interesting.
They do a really good job.
All the little unfolding of new information, I think, is really well done.
It's the pacing,
the writing and the pacing is so good.
The pacing of how they give you and provide you with new information.
I think
really
it's
cool.
Interesting really too, because I feel like every episode has sort of tackled these different leaps in times differently. You know, the first episode, Ciri and Geralt were at this one house for most of the episode. So it was like an evening. And then we were jumping back and forth. But that was most of it. But now we're getting these longer jumps in time. And I don't know, I think it's interesting how just it is quite, what's the word? The different pacing in each episode, as far as the story beats that they're trying to hit, is all very requires different needs, but they're hitting it very well.
Yeah, it's even though it did as a series, I think it started very, very slowly, but now as
intimately,
in
a comforting, in a nice,
Yes, I would completely agree with that, and I think that's why it is so effective that as these characters are progressing further along their storylines, you naturally find yourself in positions where more information does need to be shared and more time does need to pass in between.
Yeah.
So it's really cool because when you look at kind of the expanse of the show, it really does this branching path of all the different storylines and plot lines going on really, really, really well.
Yeah.
And because what the and then now the whole elder blood thing with the Kaer Morhen relation and the Witcher relation,
I know,
adds a whole new component
aspect to it.
An aspect to it. Yeah,
and I love, like, we've met Dijkstra in this episode, Dandelions in this episode. We've got so many like new branches.
Yeah, they're still introducing new characters, and then even like Caher's new journey now with Yennefer is really something too. Like you're seeing a different side of character there, and like character development, especially carrying over from the first season, which is stuff that I love. I love when you have characters go through it doesn't even necessarily have to be like a moral change, but like that's what intoxicating television is, when you put your characters that are one way, but you introduce
this
a
evolution
change
of characters. Yeah,
exactly. There's a new stimuli or a new situation introduced, and there's change experience. That's what entertaining television is. That's why that's why we do what we do.
Yeah, that's why. Because it's so fun to see these characters evolve and change, and
But even us as actors, like I think that's what draws me to it personally.
Yeah, of like taking on this character that has evolution.
Right. Yeah. It's quite the experience. I think for this one, I think we got to rate this one out of Broken Lutes.
Out of Broken
Lutes, man.
I like it. That's cool. I'm gonna go 7 Broken Lutes for me.
Interesting. I think overall, I actually enjoyed this one a little better. I think because it was a little less politically focused for me.
Okay.
I think that even though to me this one was also still a little
political
bit slow.
stuff. I think, but that is fair, because I think for me, I'm seeing it and like also knowing what like connects to like stuff in the future. So I'm like, this is interesting. Like I think, but yeah, this one. Sure. I mean, I love this episode. I finish what you're saying. Sorry.
I will say though that I think cinematography wise and like the color and how things were orchestrated and put together, I thought the previous episode was actually did a much. It was much more impressive and fun to look at for me than this one was. There were more times in that third episode, I think, in the entire series where I was like, wow, I want to take a mental image of a snapshot of what that is.
Which, arguably, they were also in castles and, great keeps. And this is like running through sewers.
Yeah, man, pitch black darkness. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think, again, I'm like cutting hairs with like giving it a 7 versus an 8. I think that's just what I instinctually feel, but also
it was kind of a slow episode,
at the
I will say, though.
It was, I mean, we had less like monster fighting stuff. It was more these like discoveries, but it was still good. Man, that elf at the end, that was brutal. Yeah, but I'm loving this journey. Hey, if you are loving this journey with us, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else. Leave a comment in that comment section down below. Let us know what you rate this out of Broken Lutes. And hey, if you are checking this out on YouTube, appreciate it, but maybe consider checking out our Patreon. You can get the full episode as well as access to all the other episodes.
Yeah, so you get all of it right then and there. You can binge watch the series along with us, whether you're watching it for the first time or you're watching it again and just want to watch it with a couple of cool dudes, a couple of actors. And then also we do have some free content on there as well. We reacted to a Warhammer 40K movie called Hell's Reach that was created by a single individual, and it's an incredible piece of cinema, and that is actually available for free, so it's worthwhile to go check out the Patreon anyway.
Go check it out.
With that being said, guys, it's going to be at least another little while for us to get back in the studio, but we've got a lot to think about, a lot to look forward to when we're back in here with Geralt and Co.
And we are excited about it. We hope you are too. We will see you next time
on Chicago Reacts.
Movies and TV. Woo!